Signs you and your business are made for each other. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to Supersize Your Business. Today's idiom, relationship-related idiom, is made for each other. This is one of those idioms that's got a couple of different meanings. It means fitted for, and that meaning dates back to the 1100s. And another meaning is perfectly suited, meaning the two of you are perfectly suited for one another. And that was first recorded in 1751 in English by Samuel Richardson in Clarissa. It's a piece he wrote, and it's called Clarissa. So I was researching and looking for what does made for each other mean, and what are some signs of being made for each other. And I found an article about 12 signs that you're made for each other, meaning you as a partner and a significant other relationship are made for each other. I got to thinking, well, how closely related is this to us knowing and understanding that we are in the right business, that we're made for each other? And the reason I ask this question is I've been involved in a lot of different businesses and industries in my life and in my career, and some of them I fit perfectly in and they were perfectly suited to me. Others, not so much. The ones that I wasn't perfectly suited for, that didn't match my skill set, that didn't match my passion, that didn't match my desire, that didn't match my beliefs and my values and the things that I wanted to see in the world, I had a hard time fitting into those businesses and those organizations. I've also worked for different companies. Spent over a quarter century in corporate America while simultaneously running businesses. And some of those were a great fit for me, and others were not a terrific fit for me. And so the ones that I wasn't a great fit for, at some point in my tenure with them, I realized this is not right for me. There's things about this job, this role, that are just not in alignment with who I am and who I want to be and how I want to show up in the world of work, and back then in corporate America. So I'm going to quickly share and talk about the different signs that you're made for each other and how I think they might apply to a business that you may or may not be in, or you may or may not be considering building and growing and supersizing. I've been involved in businesses that I knew were not a right fit, and I chose to separate myself from them and not grow and build and supersize them. Yet others, it was easy to supersize and grow because there was this great fit between me, what I wanted to create in the world, and all of the other pieces fell into place, just like with our primary relationship. So what are some of these signs? Number one, you laugh at the same stupid things. In our relationships, we know what that means. We have shared jokes. In our business, it means that we can, to me, laugh off and learn from the things that happen. Because in our businesses, some really stupid things happen. We make mistakes, we misunderstand things, and if we can't laugh at and learn from the things that don't go right in our business, we're in trouble, and we're probably not in the right business, right? We might be taking ourselves and our business way too seriously. Number two, we finish each other's sentences. To me, that means that our organization and what we're creating with it and the people in it, me and the other people in it, are of the same mind. We're working toward the same goals and objectives. We know where we're going with the business, and we're all moving toward that together and bringing each of our different skills and strengths and weaknesses into the organization. But we're all going the same place. How we get there, we don't necessarily know for sure, but we all know where we're going. Three, his or her problems feel like your own. Now, every business I've ever been involved in, the problems feel like my own because they really are my own. When we are running and growing and building a business, we are 100% responsible for that business and everything that happens in that business, and as a result of that business, as well as the people we bring into the business, everything that they do, and the ramifications of the things that happen with respect to our business. Sexual harassment is a big one that I learned in corporate America, that whether you know about it or not, if it's going on in your organization, it is your responsibility. And that applies to, anything legal or illegal, processes, procedures, everything. You are going to be held accountable and responsible for it, whether you know it or not, if you should have known. And if it's your business, your company, and you're growing it, you should know about the things that are going on in it, especially the big things. Number four, the relationship makes you want to be a better person. Does building your business make you want to be a better person? Are you willing to grow and develop and as a person and as a leader and as the spearhead of this organization. If not, it's not the right business for you to supersize and grow. Maybe it was a stepping stone business that you needed to learn certain skills and objectives in, but it's not the one that you want to be in charge of supersizing. What's another one? The businesses or your partner's strengths or weaknesses are your weaknesses are your strengths. So you bring your strengths and build on your strengths as you're building and growing your business in the right business for you. And other things, other people, other resources make up for your weaknesses. So that applies to our relationships as well as our businesses if we're growing and building a business. You try to make it work no matter what. If you're in a business and it's like unconditional love, I have unconditional love for the businesses I'm supersizing. And if I don't have that, then I know I'm not in the right business. So you will do whatever it takes to reach your goals and objectives. And I say that match your core values and feel right to you. You'll do whatever it takes. You're not going to quit. You're not going to give up on the relationship. You're not going to give up on the business whenever the going gets tough. And we saw a lot of that during COVID, right? During COVID, we really learned and understood. And a lot of people actually had an opportunity to rethink, am I in the right business? And they realized, this isn't the right business for me. I don't want to do whatever it takes. And COVID, it was definitely a challenge to whatever it takes for millions and millions of business owners. And a lot of them changed and morphed and pivoted, whatever you like to call it, and figured out ways to do and continue moving forward in their business goals and objectives no matter what. And a lot of millions of businesses chose to stop, throw in the towel, and not continue business or in that particular business. Lots of changing, lots of rethinking our careers, etc., due to COVID. So like any other thing, there's good things that come out of it and there's bad things that come out of it. It depends on what you choose to learn from that experience. You adore everything about them, the other person, when you're made for each other. And this one I kind of disagree with. Anytime there's an absolute that's like everything, I'm like, no, we do not adore everything about our business, but it still might be the right business for us. I contend, based on my experiences, that there are things we love about our businesses, and there are things we just don't like to do because we're not really suited for it. We're not good at it, but they still need to be done for our business. So we don't have to love everything about our business, but we have to find people that will love the things we don't love about our business that are necessary, that will help us accomplish the things we need to. So for example, I don't love accounting. I don't love paperwork, day-to-day making reports and creating reports and things. But they're necessary for me to know and grow my business. I just make sure I team up with people and bring them into my business that love to do those things. I can't think of any business that doesn't need to keep track of key performance indicators. I just want to see the numbers. I don't want to have to create them. I don't mind creating the processes that get us at the information we need, but I don't want to do the day-to-day stuff. It's kind of like housework. I don't want to do the day-to-day housework, so I don't. I get somebody to do that for me. Being together just feels right. You know, on an instinctual, intuitive level, if you're in the right business for you or not. I was involved in a business for 35 years, and it was an awesome business. I loved parts of the business, but I knew it wasn't my forever business. It was a manufacturing business, and I loved parts of it, but I knew I didn't want to grow and supersize that business because it wasn't where my heart and my feelings were. I felt like it was a stepping stone to learn a whole lot of things I needed to learn about growing and building a business, but it wasn't my forever business, if that makes sense. You talk openly about everything in your business if it's the right business for you to supersize. And again, that one, if it's our relationship and someone's made for you, I agree with that. If it's my business, it's up to me as the leader of that business to decide what we talk openly about and what we don't. There's certain things that I just don't allow in my businesses. We don't talk about religion. We don't talk about sexual orientation because it doesn't matter, right? Those things don't matter when we're growing and building and supersizing our business. So there are not taboo subjects, but subjects that are highly emotionally charged that we just don't go there in a business setting, at least when I'm growing and building and supersizing businesses. Your business is truly your passion or your best friend. And finally, life would be so empty without this business. If you feel, or without this other human, when we're speaking about being made for each other, if you know that your life would be missing something if you weren't involved in this particular business and building this business, then you know that that's a sign that you're made for each other. This business is made for you, and you are made to be a part of growing and building and supersizing this business. So I think this is kind of a fun idiom to think about, and I think it's important that we realize a lot of times we go down the wrong path in our career. I worked for a bunch of different corporations in corporate America. I ran a bunch of different businesses before I landed in the industries and businesses that felt the best to me. And all good industries, all good businesses, but I wasn't necessarily the right fit for them, and vice versa. So it's a fun way to look at, is this my forever? Do I want to supersize this business? And again, we don't have to just supersize one business throughout our life. We can do many. I've been involved in many businesses and many industries that we've taken from zero to millions of dollars, and then that's kind of my thing. I like to get it to several $1 million, and I like to move to the next thing. Kind of like in corporate America, I'd like to get into a job, figure it all out, put in all the systems and processes in place to have it run by itself, and then move on to the next job. I did that in corporate America. I do that with businesses. It's fun for me. So love to know, do you think that you are made for your business, the business that you're growing right now, or do you think that this is some food for thought, and maybe you will run through this list and say, am I made for this business? Is this my supersized business, or do I want to look for something else? All right, have an awesome day. I will be with you tomorrow with another relationship-related idiom for the month of June to coincide with our annual challenge this year, the BU 365-day challenge, to do one thing every day that improves us or continuously improves us. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.